Welcome back to the next episode of Worth Your Salt. My name is Caleb Slade. I'm a co-founder, Chief Knowledge Officer of Salt, and I have with me Matt Hill. Matt, what do you do for Salt?
I direct Salt's engineering efforts. I'm our engineer manager. I co-architected our system and contributed a significant amount of code to the code base.
Awesome, cool. Well, today on today's episode, we're going to be diving into a little bit of the technology that's driving Salt, especially the new upgraded borrower experience that we've launched last week. So let's dive right into it. One of the biggest value propositions for Salt is bridging the gap between banking and cryptocurrencies, and particularly through that mechanism of leverage. So talk to me a little bit about some of the challenges you face and how we solve those problems.
Yeah, it is definitely no easy task getting these two worlds to communicate with each other. The traditional banking system and the cryptocurrency worlds, have some things in common, like people wanting to get a loan using one as collateral and the other as the spend currency. But from a technological point of view, they have almost nothing in common. So we've always thought about this as sort of building a bridge from one world to the other. The challenges associated with that have been significant.
Awesome. So what are some of the ways we went about solving that problem?
Well, so a good chunk of our technology is pretty legacy stuff, things that are known and not necessarily easy, but sort of have a path. They've been solved before. So we, implemented best practices there in terms of just general user and account infrastructure and database schemas. And then in terms of the newer side of things, on the cryptocurrency side, there are some emerging, conventions and some, tutorials, but a lot of this stuff we have to figure out as we go here, just like everybody else.
That's awesome. How big is our development team?
Right now we have, I believe, 15 full-time.
15 full-time developers. And that's front-end, back-end?
Front-end, back-end.
UI, UX?
No, that doesn't include the UI, UX
wow.
people. So we have a small product team as well, I think 5 or 6 people, and then the development team's 15. I've enjoyed working with every single one of them. When I joined here, it was one.
Awesome. Small team.
Yeah.
Really fast. Let's talk about for the borrower's experience of the platform. Last week we launched an upgraded borrower experience. What are some of the features that we brought online with this platform upgrade?
So our primary goal for the new platform was to streamline the entire process of originating a loan, to make it as easy as possible to log onto the site, indicate what you want, and to get money deposited to your bank account, to make that as smooth and easy and secure as possible. The old system did okay, but we felt that there was enormous room for improvement. Also, after the loan has been originated, managing it. Right? Both from our side and from the borrower's side, right. Meaning we need to keep an eye on every loan in the system on a second-by-second basis, assessing the health and taking action if necessary, and the borrower needs to have a window into this for full transparency, that they feel safe, that their collateral is safe, and that,
Yeah. So what sort of metrics are we showing borrowers for active loans?
Borrowers can log onto the dashboard and see their outstanding principal and interest. They can see the value of their collateral and how it's distributed. They can view all their transactions of every collateral wallet they have. They can view all their transactions of every loan payment they've made. And most importantly, they can view the health of their loan. And we assess health primarily as a loan-to-value ratio, the value of the loan, outstanding principal and interest, to the value of the collateral. Produces a percentage, and they can kind of keep an eye on that percentage such that if it starts to tick near danger zones, that they are aware of it. We have a very robust notification system that keeps the borrower informed at all times as to the health of their loan. If it's getting even close to a margin call zone, they're going to be made aware. They're going to be offered instructions on how to cure it, and then we make the mechanisms of curing very simple as well.
That's awesome. So a lot of users are used to an online or a desktop version.
Yeah.
What about mobile users? What's their experience going to be
Mobile's
like?
coming. So
Mobile's coming.
Not only do we have a mobile version of the browser app, and it is nicely formatted for mobile, but nothing compares to a native application and how that feels and behaves. So we do have a native application coming very soon.
Very soon.
For
That's
both
awesome.
Apple and Android.
So let's talk really briefly. Like I said, we launched this upgraded borrower platform last week, and we've been in that process of migrating people over.
Yep.
What is this? So just for the viewers who haven't ever experienced from the backside of migration from an old platform to a new platform, what is that process like? What are the challenges? What is the cause of us taking it slow?
Yeah. So, we wanted to build for the future here.
Yeah.
It's very easy, or at least doable, to sort of hack something out that suffices for a very short period of time. But given the amount of demand that we've seen and the amount of capital that we are now bringing in and able to lend out, the system needs to scale.
Yeah.
And it's simply the initial MVP, minimum viable product, that we put out about a year ago just wasn't going to scale to the kind of levels that we needed it to. So we built a whole new system, which is a big microservice infrastructure on the back end. We have services wholly dedicated to just facilitating blockchain transactions and address generation and price monitoring and everything.
Yes.
And so what we wanted to do is we need to get all the people from the old system over to the new system,
Yeah.
and that includes moving their data along. And we also needed to make sure that all accounting, all funds, everything was 100% on chain and completely transparent. Something we didn't want to get into the habit of is sort of misusing blockchain, right? And cryptocurrency and the potential they afford. Meaning, why have a blockchain if you're going to do database accounting, right? So what we've done is we have moved our entire system over to 100% blockchain accounting. Nothing is virtual. Nothing is cached. Everything is live from the chain, dependent on the security of those chains. So we are really betting on and banking on that, the security of Bitcoin.
Right. So going from a system that had a little bit more of the centralized database management, the MVP, going to a more on-chain system that's going to require some time, some care, making sure that we don't rush it. Definitely,
it's not easy stuff.
But with the new platform, so everybody's collateral accounts, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, or other cryptocurrencies, as well as their Salt accounts, those are all on-chain wallets.
Everything is 100% on-chain, visible to you, unique to you. You do not share an address with anybody else, and then we virtually partition it. That's not how we work. Everybody has their own wallets, unique to them. They can go on-chain and see the value of it. They understand how it's being managed, the processes around depositing and withdrawing collateral if it's not currently being used to collateralize a loan. All of that is done on-chain. We interface very cleanly with these various blockchains.
Definitely. Yeah. Awesome. Super cool. Well, thank you for being on the Worth Your Salt show for our viewers and talking about our tech. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for checking in with us.